Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay, we'll start in a couple of minutes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, any Jason Joseph has joined, sir.
Can you identify yourself? What is your roll number?
Yes.
Sir, my roll number is 8. I'm Adon, sir.
Okay.
So my roll number is 45. I am Shiva.
Okay.
Sir, my roll number is 27 and I'm Kushtar.
Okay, it's fine. Fine. Okay, let us start. So in the previous class, we have discussed about the modern atomic theory. Okay, so according to the modern atomic theory, the structure of the atom, what it is. Okay, because when we start with the Dalton, the what Dalton believed that the atom is structure of the atom is
The structure of the atom is unbreakable,
indivisible. You cannot divide. So we say that
yet
indivisible. Okay, so
indivisible.
indivisible cannot be divided further. So that's what Dalton told
The
that.
unbreakable is not perfect for that.
This is not a proper scientific term, no? Unbreakable, not
Yes, sir.
breakable, no? So it's not scientific. Um, so after Dalton, we have the Rutherford who discovered the electron, And after that, the discovery of the nucleus by Thomson, by Rutherford, what he says, that there is a nucleus in the center of the atom. So Thomson, after he discovered the electron, Rutherford discovered the nucleus, and after the discovery of the proton by Goldstein, ultimately the atomic the structure has a new way how we are understanding that there is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, what particles are there?
In the nucleus, protons and neutrons are present.
Protons and neutrons are present inside. And what do we call that path? Okay, or the circle, in circle the electrons will be
Center
rotating.
orbit, that is named as
Orbits.
KLMN.
Orbit, or it is also called as
Shells.
shells, or it is also known as
Shells.
energy levels. Okay, three names are there: orbit, shell, energy level. Okay, all of them will mean the same thing, that is the path on which the electron is revolving around the nucleus. Okay, so now we know that there is a center, there is the protons and neutrons, and electrons are revolving around the nucleus in fixed orbits or shells. Okay, this is what basically we are understanding about the atom. But how many electrons will be there in the first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, like that? Here comes the next question. Okay, so in order to answer this question, that how the electrons are arranged in the nucleus, around the nucleus. So we have the arrangement of electrons in an atom. Okay, this is the page number 67. Okay, page number 67, arrangement of electrons in an atom. So we have read that electrons revolve around the nucleus in fixed paths. They are called the orbits or shells or energy level. These shells, how they are designated? They are designated as a first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, or you can say KLM, like this also. Now, the innermost shell, okay, it is called K shell or first shell. How many electrons it is going to have? So the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated, yes, in a orbit can be given by the formula
2n square.
yeah,
2n square.
number of electrons in
So
an
2n square.
orbit is equal to 2n square. Okay, so therefore where n is equal to the orbit number. So for example, if n is equal to 1, then in the first orbit it will be 2 into 1 to power of 2, that is nothing but 2. So 2 electrons maximum will be there in the first orbit, but if n is equal to 2, that is how much it will become? 2 into 2, 4.
It is second orbit.
Yes,
8 in second orbit.
in second orbit. In second orbit we will get the 8 electrons. Okay, 8 electrons. So in third orbit,
Then in third orbit, there will be 8 electrons.
will be
18.
Electrons.
18 third orbit will be 18 electrons.
18, yes, 18. Okay, 3 3s there. 9.
Yeah, by mistake, I have calculated 2 into 2 into 2.
So what we are seeing is, as the orbit number is increasing, as we are going away from the nucleus, more number of electrons can be accommodated. Okay, Now, how this arrangement is taking place, that is known as the electronic configuration. In chemistry, this is a very important concept, electronic configuration. Okay, electronic configuration, just a simple electronic configuration is how the electrons are arranged around the nucleus, how they are there, how many electrons will be there in each orbit, and so on. Now, let us write a few electronic configurations. For example, we will start with hydrogen. So in your page number 68, okay, page number 68, there is a table 4.1 in which the electronic configuration of the first 20 elements is given. Okay, 1 to 20. So you should know all the elements from 1 to 20. You have to by heart. Okay, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. You should be able to tell quickly. You should know the symbol. If I say Si, you should be able to say that Si stands for silicon and its atomic number is 14. Okay, sulfur 16. But first, what you do, 1 to 10. First you go step by step. 1 to 10 become perfect. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, Be, beryllium, B for boron. Okay, right, we'll write hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Okay, so immediately when you look, H means hydrogen. I think most of you will be knowing this one. Okay, atomic number is 1. The electronic configuration is also 1. Helium, atomic number is 2. Okay, electronic configuration is also 2, because in the first orbit how many electrons can be accommodated maximum?
So in the first orbit, maximum 2 number of electron can be accommodated.
Yes, so now lithium is atomic number 3, so can we write 3 electronic configuration?
No, sir.
No, sir.
We will write
sir,
2
two.
and then
That
we will
have
put
And one will
comma.
pass to the next cell.
Yes,
One
next shell it will go.
in the next cell.
Yes, so lithium, beryllium, 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 atomic number 4, so it will become 2 here and 2 here. Okay, boron, 2 3. Okay, you have to write also, you also write in practice. Okay, in homework you write in practice. Carbon, atomic number 6, 2 4. So nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, NEON, neon. Neon is coming to, you can see in your textbook, neon is
10,
10. So now let us write a 10, 2,
8.
8, 10. So neon is what type of element?
Inert gas.
Inert gas.
Inert gas.
Inert element, inert gas. So this is a noble gas. Okay, inert element. Okay, that means it is not going to react. It is not going to react. It is very stable. Okay, so what you will do is similarly this say the last one is coming to 20 calcium, Ca, calcium 20. Okay, how we will write? 2 8 10. After that 10 over, shall we write 18?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So it will be 8.
Why? But we have seen, no, n is equal to 3, 18 maximum can be accommodated.
So, but it is, but Sir Prasun has told us in the
But
lab
we don't have
it is
18.
18, but it will be 8 only. Means electrons will be there.
So basically what happen is that when we are writing this electronic configuration, so the scientists, they observed and they proposed that even though more electrons can come here, even though 18 electrons can be accommodated here, but you cannot fill more than 8 electrons. Okay, that's how we have to arrange it. Okay, then only we will get to the actual electronic configuration. So this point has to be remembered. Okay, so 2 8 8, then it becomes 8 plus 2 10 plus 8 18, 18 plus 2 20. So in this way you will get the electronic configuration. So what you can do in your homework, you write the electronic configuration from 1 to 20, these elements you practice. Randomly in the class I will ask to give the electronic configuration, because this is a very important one throughout this 8th class, 9th class, 10th class. This thing will repeat. Okay, in chemistry, whenever we want to tell that so and so is stable, okay, for that one we have to be able to write the electronic configuration. Okay, next is the atomic number. Atomic number, what is the atomic number? The number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. So either you can say number of protons or you can say number of neutrons. This is equal to number of protons or number of electrons. This is the more appropriate, because number of electrons can change during the chemical reaction. They can participate in the chemical reaction, they may give away electrons, they may form ions and all those things. So sometimes those things will be happening because electrons are participating, but the proton is the very perfect. If there is any change in the number of proton, atomic number will change. Okay, so it is denoted by the letter is Z. Okay, for example, if Z is equal to 1, then it is the hydrogen, atomic number 1 hydrogen. Oxygen Z is equal to, if 8, if Z is 11, that is sodium, and so on. So if you take an element X, so we will write the atomic number here, down we will write. Okay, atomic number of hydrogen, oxygen, sodium all be represented how? Hydrogen we will write like this, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, calcium. Okay, all atomic number you write down in this way. Okay, now we can write this, that is atomic number Z is equal to number of protons. Okay, that is also equal to the number of electrons. Okay, so far it is clear. Any doubts you are having in this one? Okay,
No, sir.
next, mass
sir.
number. Okay, so this mass number is the sum of
Number of
the
nucleons.
protons. Yes,